Time now for our franchise focus as we take a look at Caleb Williams' day against the Saints. Just 15 of 26. That was good for 57.7%. Obviously, we want that number much higher. Only 172 passing yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 3 of 12 on third down. Is we got to fix that. And
that's been an anomaly. He's been very good on third down this year.
Yep. And only one sack. I mean, that's still a positive. I did think the one sack, there was like 3 guys open. Yeah. But look, first of all, I don't care who you are. It is unrealistic to think your quarterback's going to play great in every single game of the season. Josh Allen's going through a funk right now too. It happens. He had been on a run of what I would say was pretty much 3.5 good games. Going back to I didn't think he was great in the opener. He played well in Detroit despite them losing. The Raiders game was a little bit up and down, but he was good He was good on Monday Night Football. Ben Johnson looked like he was going to kill him today, though. I mean, it was like every time they got over to the head coach. And I guess, I want to ask you this, your perspective, because I'm struggling to figure out why the pre-snap operation stuff seems to be better on the road than it is at home. Like, it is mind-boggling. I would love to hear an explanation for everything that went wrong today. But I've never seen a center snap the ball to himself, so we got that. That was an all-time new one for me. And then they're down there at the 1-yard line again, and they have a snap infraction. And I know it looks like it's blatantly on the center, but he's trying to get on the same page as the quarterback and jump the cadence. And something was off with that cadence today multiple times.
I think it's more of Caleb's cadence. I think they're not on the same page because you saw when Dahlman was snapping it, the guards were moving with him. When he first did it. I think it's the way Caleb is doing that cadence that's messing things up, because on the road we don't see it because it is silent count most of the time. The guard will tap the center, he'll look down, then do that. So I think that's why we're seeing some of the issues. So they need to clean that up, because luckily today it didn't hurt them. But in other games, it's going to be down to the wire. You're going to have to figure those type of things out. So I think they got to get with each other, the offensive line, Caleb, the wide receivers. There's too many times, over 10 penalties today? Yep. For a team that had kind of cleaned up a lot of those issues. So going forward, those type of things will hurt you. Luckily today it didn't.
So that was the thing that was most confusing, or at least most disappointing for me as far as the QB play today, was last week they were perfect as far as getting the line, getting no false starts. The operation looked smooth. So I was under the impression that, they have figured it out. They've got it. Because I figured once you were able to climb to the top of that mountain, that you were there and it was going to be smooth sailing. But so I was actually surprised that they had so much trouble today. And today was bizarre. I mean, Drew Dahlman snapping the ball to Caleb. He doesn't get the ball. Dahlman's just holding the ball up his own. It was unbeliliable.
The annexation of Puerto Rico from Little Giants. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening out here? So and they got lucky at 4th and goal. Ben chooses to go for it. Play wasn't going to work because it was way off, but of course they got the false start, so they were able to get 3 points. So that is not going to work when you start playing teams that are not the New Orleans Saints, who are now currently 1-6. So it'll be a huge focus this week, and it does get a lot tougher next week on the road versus Baltimore.
And I think this is a game, honestly, if they were on their P's and Q's offensively, they could have put up a 50-burger on them. I really do think it was out there to get the confidence. We talked about that one game where the offense can get things going. Today was the opportunity. They had the turnovers. They were running the football, mix and match in the play action. What I think Ben Johnson needs to do for Caleb, because it seems like he's a little bit better when he's on the move. So, Carm, I talked about that on the goal line, how they ran 2 really great run plays.
Yep.
I was like, where is the boot off of that?
Yep.
Get him on the move, because he seems very comfortable looking back for some of these games. Dallas, where he did really well, he was on the move early on. I think what that does is just gives him a little confidence. And so going forward, hopefully in the beginning of the game, Ben Johnson will get him on the move a little bit, especially with the way they're running the football. You can work some of those boots.
He's good on the move when you're running a structured boot.
Correct.
But when he's on the move, breaking out of the pocket on a broken play, he's been erratic this year.
Which is weird, because he was good at that last year, and he mentioned that this week. Well. He mentioned this week that he's kind of befuddled by all of a sudden the inaccuracy when he's trying to throw on the run.
Well, to me, that's been all-year problem that Caleb Williams has. His erraticness is, to me, all stems to how sped up he is. And if he can just slow himself down, slow his mind down, slow his fundamentals, down, that, to me, those are the things that are going to help him, execute those kind of tough throws a little better. But overall, if he's going to find a way to take that next step, the biggest thing for me today was he stopped looking at the check down. At the end of the game, he had that one where he finds on a miracle to DeAndre Swift where he almost takes a sack, and that was a great play, but he didn't realize the DN was going to be in his lap as he turned around. Great play. It was a big play in the game. But overall, I just felt like he was just looking downfield so much that he forgot about his checkdowns, which I feel like he's been pretty good about all year. So he has to find a way. Overall, he can make any throw on the field. We know this. But if he can't find his personal zen and calm his mind and calm his fundamentals and calm his feet, because all of it was messy today, then he's going to continue to have inconsistencies. And so that's where I think that's going to be the next step, is Ben getting him more in a rhythm and getting him more comfortable. But it all comes down to how sped up he is.
Well, he came into today holding the average hold time for him per dropback was 3.08. This is next gen stats, which is the most in the NFL. So that number is going to climb today. He held it at one. There was one play I think we counted out to 13 seconds, which also it's like, how is nobody getting open for him?
Yeah, and that's where I need to see the all 22, because I find it hard to believe nobody was open at
with
any
that much
time
time.
during that.
Yeah, but exactly. I don't know. His head was up. He was looking.
But even if he was, I feel like his mind, he's not seeing it because he's too sped up.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I don't want to harp on the quarterback too much. It's a great day for the Bears. I'll take this running game. The run game looked like it was non-existent before last Monday. So like literally go back a week to last Sunday, and we're all like, they can't stop the run and they can't run the ball. And it's been a completely different thing. Right. So I do think that's good. And also, I think he could still be getting some more help, Caleb. Rome Odunze has been having a great season, and we all love Rome Odunze. But even during some of these good games, there's been like one play a game where you're like, man, it'd be nice if he made that catch.
Exactly.
Like, not the easiest catch in the world. And today I thought there were like 3 of those. He had 2 catches on 6 targets for 31 yards. So I'm just saying, I think there's moments where he still could be getting a little bit more help from his teammates too. But I think we'd also agree some of this is excuse making. You go to Baltimore next week against Lamar Jackson, you need your quarterback to play better than he did today.
Luther had a drop, I believe. Rome had a drop at one point. But overall, this takes me back to Mitch or Fields, where when your quarterback is inconsistent and erratic, that trickles down to the rest of your team. And I'm not excuse making for the rest of the guys on the offense. Yeah. But I do think it becomes contagious. And when he's playing consistent and confident, then the rest of the offense is as well. So I think there is something to that as well. Because at one point, he hits DJ Moore for a touchdown. DJ's not even turned. He hits him right in the ear hole.
Well, he hit the defender in the ear hole.
The defender in the ear hole.
Picked.
So, okay, maybe that would have been a good throw if DJ had turned around. But, nobody's on the same page all game. And so, at some point, Caleb has to get everyone into a rhythm, and then I think everyone starts playing as one a little better.
Well, I can't wait to hear what Ben Johnson has to say. We're going to bring that to you here as soon as we can turn it around because he looked irritated at times. Yeah. Now, I will point out one really good, 4th down there at the end of the game to ice it. That was good execution. It was to Colson Loveland.
And it was a great play, a great decision from Ben Johnson there. They're up 12, and you have the decision to either go up 15 for the field goal or just get the fourth down or the conversion, get the first down and ice the game. Because if you kick a field goal, it's still a 2-score game. 12-score game, 15-score game is still 2 scores either way. So Ben Johnson right there, understanding the analytics, and went right for it and got the first down and made it easy on.
That is Bragg's analytics right
there. That's called Brickalytics.
Yeah, Brickalytics. Who came up with that name?
Brickolytics?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
Indiana
I
Public
said it
Schools,
to Carm
baby.
over here.
Because you heard me say it, and then you
Maybe
took
that's
it.
what it was.
But
Maybe that's what it
Copyright
was.
infringement.
No.
My brain is still frozen from the tailgate. So
It wasn't even that cold.
No, but what
bro.
you're getting
I will
soft, bro.
take this off and beat you with it. I do not want to hear it.
HR.
I will take this mic off.
No,
I
but-
don't want to hear it.
I mean,
I was gonna say one thing about Caleb real quick. I think a lot of people, I think we all want him to be, this Pro Bowl caliber, one of the best in the league right away.
I do.
And I think we all do. But I don't think that's realistic, especially a younger guy. So you just got to give it some time. Was today a perfect game? No, he did a lot of things bad. He did some good things. But I think Ben Johnson, you have to trust the process with him to get through him. Right? He's a brilliant offensive mind. You just have to trust that Ben Johnson will do what he needs to do to get Caleb to the right place. So I think everybody just panics. Oh, he's trash. He's this. He's that. Like, you just have to give it some time. And we won the game. We got the run game going. So I think there's silver linings in every type of game. And the great silver lining was the run game and the identity of this team. It's going to get better. It is. It's 100% going to get better. But sometimes you're not going to have your best. You talked about Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes earlier in the season, one of the best quarterbacks ever on this planet. He struggles at times. But the Bears media never having that true quarterback that you feel great about, I think everything is magnified with a guy like Caleb Williams.
We're not used to quarterback development here in this city, and I think that was one of the biggest questions for me going into this year about Ben Johnson was, yes, I know he's an elite play caller, but would he have the patience to develop a quarterback? Because he certainly helped develop Jared Goff to what he is now, but Jared Goff was 6 years into his career and had played under Sean McVay.
And it took time in Detroit, too. It's not like it was overnight.
Absolutely. So this is a night and day thing between him and what he dealt with Jared. So it is going to require more patience, but that means it's also going to require more patience amongst this fan base. And so I'm with you guys. We certainly can be critical of him, but it is unrealistic to expect this just to stair-step all 17 games. Learning from your mistakes through a win like today should be celebrated, and we'll see how they bounce back next week. Something tells me with the way this coaching staff has responded off losses through the bye week, through the question marks, I have a good feeling we're going to see a different offense next Sunday against the Ravens.